I could sit here and make Instagram reels all day long, every day.
Yeah.
And add to that. I don't ever actually really go on TikTok. I should, I guess. I don't know. I watch Instagram reels and they're like the same
Yeah, it's the
thing.
same
People just post
thing.
on TikTok
Yeah.
onto Instagram. Whatever. It's all in one app. So I'm just kind of always there. But it is like a tool. It's like a really important tool that we kind of have to use. And as actors too, it's like, you're selling your product is you as a person.
Right.
And so our Instagrams are becoming our business card.
Yeah.
And like I am just not somebody that like is good at social media or wants to use it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many people that are creating a name for themselves by like playing the game of social media. And like you kind of have to a little bit. And everyone, I think, complains about, like, oh, my God, influencers are getting all these jobs.
Which is, I mean, it makes sense, I bet.
It makes sense, because people,
it's
it's a name that people can go, and it's going to drive views on a film or whatever they're working on, a TV show.
And not even influencers, like, maybe that's, the term people use, but it's content creators. At the end of the day, people doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean... podcasts, whatever, like creating content by ourselves, like whether it's doing a movie, posting it on YouTube, doing a podcast, posting it on Spotify and YouTube, whatever you're doing, I feel like that's, I mean, I commend the people who are getting jobs for that. And honestly, if Hollywood, because Hollywood, that's a whole other topic, like the industry and how the state of the industry, and like, like all the strikes that have happened, and the AI and everything, and like tax credits and everything,
incentivizing film,
right? And all that, like maybe what a lot of people think is that the future of Hollywood is like people creating their own stuff, and almost not to say that Hollywood's like not how to say, it's not relevant anymore, but it's definitely taking a back seat to like people doing content themselves.
Yes, well, and
because like you get thousands of views.
It's free to watch on your phone,
and you get and you could get millions of views sometimes when something goes viral. When honestly, I don't even have a TV right now. Like I don't watch cable, and most people don't watch cable anymore.
No, it's totally dying. Network television.
Streaming. That's something that's been still prevalent. But like I don't know the numbers between Netflix and like a TikTok, but like a TikTok's
it's getting more.
It's getting more. That's the thing. It could be. It's obviously less artistic, I guess. But it's still.
And I think people are finding really cool, creative ways.
To
try to like, because it's true. Like you can't like it. You have to sort of like that. That's one of the biggest like beasts in the industry right now. Is social media, and I think people are like, you know what? Like I can't fight it. If you can't beat them, join them. Like figure out how to get involved. Figure out how to be an artist in this new world that is so technology, screen, like instant gratification based. And I think people are becoming really creative, and I also like, I don't really like the like hate on influencers for success. Because they're actually, you have to be really savvy to be able to do all that.
And also it's really,
it takes so much effort and dedication. It's like their full-time jobs. Like,
and sure, it sounds like from the outside you can say like, oh, it's way easier than, I don't know, being an actual actor on Broadway,
highbrow,
which makes sense. I mean, it definitely one takes a lot of more, I don't know, stamina, I guess. But the industry is shrinking. And there's less jobs, and there's the same people that have gotten their there's more people with this repeating their jobs, you know what I mean? Like the same actors are getting the jobs. It's new people. It's really hard for new talent to emerge nowadays. It's not like who knows, like when Hollywood just began, or in the 90s even. So like you making your headshot studio and putting yourself out there to do this, to find a job now that you're like, you want to to make this work, I find it really commendable too for influencers and content creators to do their own stuff, because they could sit on their bum like doing anything,
nothing, like the rest of us are, and watch and scroll and spend all your time. Like it actually is,
or not take stuff in their own hands. Like they're taking this stuff in their own hands, and I congratulate them for that.
Yeah, and then they are creating a following of people that are excited, and they're sharing their voice in whatever way they can. Yeah. And of course, casting directors are drawn to that.
So if I take,
of course, they're going to be booking acting jobs that way, and many of them are actors who are using that as a path to chase their careers. So like they're not just influencers, like some random person like who started making TikTok videos. Like a lot of these people, it is a creative career choice to really utilize that world as a tool to help them grow their career, and they're doing it, and people are getting on them for like finding success on TV, like
for finding a way in that they can that's more accessible than like
getting
it's like
into
the industry.
Actually, they're actually I think incredibly smart.
Yeah,
and it takes a skill set too to be able to read a generation, to be able to read what is going to get views and get followers, and also
the algorithm
feeds the algorithm monster, and like at the same time, like identify what's your niche, what's your voice within that niche, and stay authentic to you as a person who is now filming themselves. Like that's a lot of mental gymnastics. It's like what you go and buy get a marketing degree for.
It's definitely like a skill that's very like new.
It's almost like in the same way that everyone gets on like the Kardashians for being famous, and I'm like, those are actually incredibly smart people, and like sure they're not famous for like sort of a known or sort of recognizable skill, like
or like a very normal, like everyone goes to business school and they're,
but do you realize the amount of talent it takes to like have an entire globe know your family's name? Like there's a lot of nuance and savvy that goes into that is actually like a lot of people couldn't do what they do, and they run multi-billion-dollar industries as individuals. Like like Kylie Jenner is a billionaire, and she used a platform like she, I think, is obviously aware. She came into a family that had some name behind it, but she could just be like a rich girl living her life in Calabasas. But she was able to like kind of identify her own passion as a beauty guru, I guess, or whatever. She likes makeup, she likes fashion, she likes these things, and she's like, how can I take this and figure out how to monetize and be entrepreneurial? And she of course has much more resources and support than the rest of us necessarily do, but then be able to juggle that as a 20-year-old.
Right, but you could also, she could have lost like all these artists, like child stars that
she could have gone crazy. But she didn't. She was able, she like kept a strong-willed head on her shoulders, and I don't think she had somebody telling her what to do. I think, of course, people have guided her and mentored her, but I think like she had an idea, she had people that were ready to support her, and I think she was able to create $1 billion industry within 4 or 5 years, and she's like not even 20, or maybe she is, I don't know, she's in her early 20s. Like I don't know anybody in my circle who could handle the stakes of that are working on an industry that's like just as big as like, I don't know, like stuff at Sephora that have been for years and have huge teams of creative people behind them. I mean, she does too, but things like that.
But it takes, I feel like, it definitely takes the same amount of, the same level of, like, it can be this easy as easy as snapping a finger to lose your reputation, lose all your wealth. So the fact that the wealth maybe has run in the family and the reputation, the fact that it's still there and all of that, like,
and it's only growing.
Exactly, and
and
they could have lost it in.
They did like 20 seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and people are still talking about them. People are still interested in them. They are not getting old. I feel like in the industry, I don't know why I like randomly became obsessed with the Kardashians. Like 2 or 3 years ago. And they have their own slew of problems and faults and things that people don't support them for. And,
but also like everyone does, and they're public figures, and
and like everything is kind of twisted in the media anyways, but some things like that. I think,
but
like,
it's still, they're still doing something right because this...
Yeah, like, I just think, like, they don't get enough credit for the amount of intellect and talent, in whatever way you want to call talent, to create the empire that they've created.
Yeah.
You know? As individuals and as a family run by Kris Jenner, like, you know, I think that's just like, and that to me is like what influencers are doing, you know.
Definitely,
like, it takes
that's one example.
You know, and like people are like, well, they're just filming a video on their phone and posting it, and they're like getting brand deals now, and I'm like, well, they're actually a lot more strategic than I think people give them credit for.